Good afternoon. I'm Francis Camtugan. Um, as I promised last night, I will discuss about the practice of failing to upload warrants of arrest, yung associated na corruption or scheme to get money in relation to this failure to upload warrants of arrest on time. It's damage on the judiciary. Okay. For my Baguio viewers, ay hang ko ma-straight nga sa iti Ilocano niya. Okay, so nung nakita yung post ko dyan kalman kat inag Ilocano, dati Ilocano na. Ngam adangay gaminti dadu mga viewers nga kayat nakatagalog or English, so i-Taglish ko ladtan niya. Okay? Anyway, Tagalog mat kat English kat these are common languages, okay? Kahit I'll do my best to explain as simple as possible, okay? Because if we're not going to do something about this one as a city, as a collective society called Baguio, this cancer of corruption will spread, okay? I'm taking this opportunity to expose it finally, okay? But this has been going on for 218 days since the issuance of the warrant of arrest last October 24, April 24, 2024. Okay, explain ko. There are two events, okay, which happened lately, and these two events had to be explained, okay? In relation to yung main topics ko. Okay. I will not be using the names of individuals. I'll be using code names, okay? Para hindi magkaroon ng issue, blah blah blah. Okay? Baka mamaya after nito is andyan na kayo sa RACO nagko-file ng case laban sa akin. Okay. Pero kailangan ko talaga kasi sa RACO rin kailangan nyo rin malaman ito kasi this affects law enforcement and the public trust towards the judiciary. Okay? Sige. May nangyari 2 araw na nakalipas kung saan ang pulisya ng Baguio ay inaresto ang isang nagngangalang, sabihin natin, si Mark Anthony. Okay? Siya po ay nahuli after days of surveillance. Okay? At kinonfirm po ng mga abogado na siya yung taong yon at siya po ay may warrant of arrest. Ang pinagtataka po ng mga Baguio Police is that wala sa upload, wala yung pangalan ng taong ito, si Mark Anthony dun sa upload. Mamaya, explain ko kung bakit. Okay, wala sa uploaded PNP portal yung warrant ni Mark Anthony. Kaya nahirapan, it took more than 1 hour para lang tawag dito, para lang ma-resolve nila yung issue whether or not si Mark Anthony ba ay may warrant of arrest. Hindi naman tayo magkakaroon ng problemang ganito kung sana yung mga court staff is in-upload nila on time. Nung pinirmahan ng boss nila, nung huwes, in-upload kaagad nila. Hindi parang mafia kasi ang mga laro ninyo. Okay. Umipa-uma. Okay. So nung nagkaroon ng ganon na problem, okay? So this police, they had to confirm from multiple lawyers kung talagang si Mark Anthony ba ay may warrant. At kinonfirm nga ng mga abogado na meron siya. Okay, mega defense na naman. Siyempre, ang dala ni Mark Anthony is yung pag-reverse ng some fiscals ng finding of cause. Anyway, explain ko yun later. Yeah. Okay. So, yun yung first event. Yung pangalawang event is yung pagpunta ni Hector Pantoliana, yung sinabi ko na naaresto sa Jakarta at nakipag-swap ang Jakarta government o mga Indonesians po sa kanilang national na nagangalang Salman or something na nakasuhan rin ng almost the same facts. Okay, so nung parating siya ng Pilipinas, okay? Naku po, hindi rin uploaded hindi pa rin at that time, Diyos ko day, November 28, hindi pa rin uploaded yung Baguio warrants. Nakakahiya. Okay, so imagine that, sinaserve na yung warrant sa tawag dito sa airport, okay? Sinoserve yung Bacoor, sinoserve yung Pasay, yung Calawag, I think even the Iligan, yeah. The warrants, even the Las Piñas warrants were also served, yeah. Imagine that yung Baguio na unang-una, hindi na serve. And then, ang nakakaya pa dito, it's the Baguio cases which originated from RTIA. Rafi Tulfo in action. I'm not consenting sa style ng RTIA, ha? Pero yun yung pinakauna kasi, eh. And then, what it was, napaka-late pa nung, I mean, hindi pa uploaded yung warrant. Andito na yung tao sa Pilipinas, hindi pa uploaded yung warrant. San ka pa, di ba? Yung Baguio warrants na pinagmamalaki ng Baguio na perfecto, na justice son kuno. Yun pala, yung warrants hindi pa na i-upload by morning of November 28, 2024. Okay. Buti na lang po, yung mga police, they were able to do something in court, okay, para mapuwersa, and then mailabas yung mga warrants of arrest na ito para makita na, and then mai-forward na sa CIDG, okay, para mai-serve na rin ng CIDG. Kasi kung pribado kang individual, kahit may kopya ka ng warrant, hindi tatanggapin ng kapulisan yan, lalo na kung outside. Kasi nga, ang daling magpeke nga in fairness. Gusto nga nila, ang gusto ng police is naka-upload yung warrant, nakikita yung warrant dun sa sistema. Pero kung hindi uploaded ng 218 days, ay problemado tayo dong. Okay? Problemado tayo niyan. Okay. Itong nangyari sa Baguio set. Okay. So, okay. Na-explain ko na, yung una, na aresto sa Baguio, si Mark Anthony, na sinasabi ko, okay? And then, kailangan pang i-check dun sa sistema, I mean dun sa court, kung meron talagang W. Kailangan pang i-confirm. Kasi nga hindi uploaded yung W, yung warrants of arrest. Explain ko kung bakit. Okay. Explain ko kung bakit. Okay, let's look at two similar cases. One issued by Calawag Court. Nag-redact ako ng pangalan ng huwes. Okay, branch 63 Calawag. Next. Okay, next. Ito yung Baguio. Page 1, 2, 3. Okay. Redacted rin yung pangalan. Okay. Redacted yung pangalan. Okay. I'm not attacking any judge. Okay. I do not like that kind of practice of some lawyers. Okay. You cannot attack judges who are technically powerless. Kasi kanilang power lang is the contempt power. Okay. You can be imprisoned for, pay a fine of 5 to 30,000, imprisonment of 1 day to 6 months, or mga ganun, okay? For contempt, and it's a very high standard pagdating sa contempt sa court. Okay, contempt citation, yan. Ang titira ko dito yung sistema na hindi pag-upload ng warrant ng 218 days na ginawa ng Baguio. Okay. Ikumpara muna natin. Ito ang Calawag. Okay, Calawag. Na-download na. Calawag yan. Very simple lang, oh. Very simple. Yung caption, yung judicial region, yung court, yung branch, okay, yung municipality, yung province. Okay. Tapos yung name ng case, akusado, case type. Okay. Warrant of arrest is very simple. 3 paragraphs. Okay. Noon nga, may mga warrants na 2 paragraphs lang, 1 paragraph eh. Next. Punta tayo sa baba. Redacted yung pangalan ng huwes. Okay. As you can see, meron siyang QR code. Okay? Ito ginagawa ito para ma-upload dun sa warrant system. Okay? Ang pinapa-furnish ng kopya is the chief of police of the station. Station where yung sa last known address ng tao. Okay? Yun, yung kunyari for example, dun sa Imus yung tao, dun sa station ng Imus, yung ika-copy furnish yung main. Okay? Tapos number 1 is DIDM sa krami. In other words, there is a system wherein yung sistemang ito is ina-upload also, ini-inform also yung national na office. Okay, para, Diyos ko dahil, mga messages na. Ini-inform na rin yung national office. See how centralized it is, how efficient it is. The purpose of the national office is that in case pwede silang mag-faction sa isang central system, yung PNP. Diba? It has also a control number. See? I don't say this is a perfect warrant, but at least 1 page, uploaded, it can be checked, it can be fact-checked by any police officer who has access to the system. Now, I'm showing the Calauag warrant. Same person, same accused. Let's go to the Baguio warrant. See? This one. This is the Baguio warrant. Okay, dun sa baba. Yung mga see? Walang QR code. Why? Bakit walang QR code? Bakit hindi na, what you call this na? Hindi na inform sa system. Tapos noon, PNP Baguio, CIDG, NBI. Just good, compare to this, it's the station commander and then the national office. Okay, the national office. This one, PNP, CIDG, NBI. Walang QR code. Walang control number. This one has control number. Look. It has a control number. Why? Para mafia. And I'm sorry about sa mga viewers ko, okay? Kasi tawag dito I try my best not to speak Ilocano. Yeah. Okay. So, see? Ito pa. Hindi kami maka-access ng warrants kasi we're just lawyers, of course. This court. In Baguio, hindi kami maka-access ng warrant doon because we are private. We are civilians. We are not law enforcement. Anong nangyari dito? Kala nyo hindi ko nakita to. Kala nyo hindi ko napansin to. Si NBI, J. Robin Velasquez. Is J. Robin Velasquez an NBI agent? Is J. Robin Velasquez a NBI personnel? No! He's one of the complainants. He's a civilian. What? Nag-change yung policy porket iba? Sa tingin nyo maganda yung ginagawa ninyo? Sa tingin nyo maganda yung ginagawa ninyo? No. It's not. Sumusobra na. It's too much na. Sabihin nyo dun sa staff ko, you cannot get a copy because you're a civilian. Bakit ito dun sa kopya ng what you call this, yung court copy mismo? Andun yung pangalan ng civilian na contact nyo sa NBI car. Masyado naman silang VIP, masyado naman silang special na lahat sila. Parang sinolo lahat ng NBI, tapos hindi yung binigyan yung police. Imagine that intel, BCP o Baguio City Police Office intelligence, walang kopya. Since the issuance of April 24, 2024, walang kopya. What kind of corruption is that, sir? Ma'am, sir. Okay? See? Nakita nyo yan. Ang tanong dyan is, let's go sa ano ba yung sistema na ginagawa nila. Nung ginagawa ng mga corrupt, yung mga fixers. Fixers. Doon sa Casino Junket Baguio cases. May dalawang respondents na dismiss yung kaso. Yung una, si Mark Anthony. Dinismiss yung kaso. Pero, doon sa fiscal's level lang. Yan. Hindi na napunta doon sa court yung dismissal. Yan. Hindi ni-reverse ng court yung finding of cause to issue warrant niya. Magkaiba kasi yun magkaiba. Yung trabaho ng fiscal is to determine a reason, magde-determine ng rason kung may basis ba na magtaas ng kaso. Okay. Yung court naman, i-determine niya ulit, i-review niya ulit kung may basis ba na mag-issue ng warrant of arrest. Like yung sinabi ko noon, hindi automatic na yung finding ng fiscalis kokopyahin ng court. May options po ang court. Una is, okay, agree siya dun sa finding ni fiscal. Okay, issue siya ng warrant of arrest. Next is, hindi siya agree. Sa tingin niya, there's no probable cause. This is waste of my time, sasabihin ni judge. Itatapon niya yung kaso. This case is hereby ordered dismissed. Okay. Next, yung third one is, magbibigay ng chance yung judge na, okay, fiscal, you have to fix, a prosecutor, you have to fix your evidence. Yeah? You have to add more evidence. Okay, for example, just example lang to. Okay, for example, medyo mataas yung standard ng judge when it comes to bouncing check cases. Mag-insist yung judge na, I want the back portion of the check, yung photocopy ng back portion. I need the certified true copy nung, I need a authentication from the postal office regarding the notice of dishonor. I want the affidavit of the person who served the notice of dishonor. Yung mga ganon na level. Pwedeng magganong demands yung judge, and then for a number of days, bibigyan niyo yung chance yung fiscal to fix, or what you call is na to submit additional evidence to support yung standard naman ng huwes dun sa pag-issue niya ng warrant of arrest. Okay, so may 3 options. Okay. So nangyari po dito is that may mga fixers, private lawyers, and some in the government. May dalawa na na-withdraw ang kaso. Yung isa is yung sinabi kong si Mark Anthony. Hindi na-withdraw, dinismiss ng Fiscal's Office. Yung pangalawa, si Jerry Springer. Si Jerry Springer po kasi, ang abogado niya is yung abogado ng yung collecting agency ng mga kilalang mga personalities sa National Bureau of Investigation, Cordillera Administrative Region. Yeah. So, there was a fixing na nangyari. You know how much the price? Nakarating sa akin, $500,000 each. Wala pa doon yung mga other sums. Yeah. Kaya nga, yung lawyer ni Mark Anthony noon, Diyos ko, mega flaunt ang kanyang tawag dito, tag hire na watch at saka isang fancy pair of shoes. Yeah. Hindi ko sinabi pangalan mo, sige go ahead, file ka ng libel sa akin. Nyeta ka. Okay. Same also with Jerry Springer. Actually, may mga kliyente yung office ko rin doon sa tawag dito, yung sa listahan ng mga junket respondents. Okay. Alam na nila, these people na fixers, na meron ng lawyer, may lawyer na. Pero still, alam mo yung ginawa nila? Is, nilapitan pa rin yung kliyente ko, inofferan pa rin ng $500,000 para lang i-reverse. My God! Alam mo yung, may lawyer na nga, ba't ka pa sumisingit? Pare, kanya-kanyang diskarte po. Sa akin, alam ko na may issue kayo sa akin, kaya hindi na ako nag-file ng recon dun sa finding of cause nyo dun sa level ninyo, sa office ninyo. Okay? Yung strategy ko iba. Hintayin ko yung order finding cause for the issuance of warrant nung huwes. Okay? Tapos mag-file ako ng MR within 5 days. And then kung na-bad shot man yon, kung na-deny, taas ako via certiorari sa Court of Appeals. Or mag-motion to quash ako. Kung ma-deny man ako, recon. Kung ma-deny ako recon, cert. Kanya-kanyang diskarte, huwag kayo nag-i-impose kasi lahat tayo abogado eh. Ang gusto nyo kasi i-fix ninyo. Hindi nga mangyayari. Winarningan ko rin yung client ko. What if the court already finds cause for the issuance of warrant of arrest? Set aside na yung nasa baba, yung finding na yan sa baba. Okay? Kahit i-reverse nila sa baba, pero nag-issue na ng warrant yung court, sa akin, as my own strategy, ang remedy doon is file a motion for recon against the issuance of the warrant, against the order directing the issuance of the warrant of arrest. Okay? Yun po ang strategy ko. Kanya-kanya po tayong strategy. Huwag kayong nag-i-impose, okay? Kung gusto niyo mangot-hot, alam niyo, iwasan niyo yung mga kliyente ko. Iwasan niyo ako. Iwasan niyo opisina ko. Okay? Now, alam mo yung kay Jerry Springer rin? Magkano rin daw yon? $500,000 rin daw. Ay, nako. Alam mo yung, tapos nagkaroon sila ng scheme. Yung scheme na ito, so, magdadagdag sila ng mga new names sa mga akusado. Tapos hota na naman nila. May 2 new names. Ang pangalan po nila, itago na rin natin sa pangalang Majorette. So, number 1. At saka si 2 is Maria Cristina. Ayan. So, tinaas yung indictment ng opisinang ito. Alam nyo, nalaman ko, hinahot-hota na naman. 300,000 each ang price. Okay. Enough na kasi. Kung gusto nyo mafia and magmamafia-mafia kayo, sige lang, kasi laro nyo yung mga boys kayo. Magmafiaan kayo. Pero iwasan nyo kliyente ko, iwasan nyo ako, o iwasan nyo opisina ko. Do not cross paths with me. Para peace tayo eh. Para peace pa rin tayo dito sa Baguio. Okay? Kung mag-kurap kayo, kurapin ninyo yung mga iba. Yung kaya nyong i-manipulate, kaya nyong kontrolin. Kasi kabarkada nyo, kabrad ninyo, go ahead. Boys thing yan eh, mafia thing yan eh. Pero iwasan nyo yung andun ako para peace, okay? Mag-iwasan na lang lahat tayo. Okay, let's go back to the casino junket. Earlier, just to recap, yung warrants, magkaiba yung pattern. Okay. You know what happened yesterday? A lawyer. We went to the CIDG. Okay. And then, we talked with someone there. Of course, we're civilians. And then, we're showing the warrants. Okay. Buti na lang, yung mga taga-Intel, finarward nila yung scanned copy, 48 pages. Nakakakuha rin nila a day earlier. Yeah. Finarward nila sa akin. Tapos, using my email, finarward ko rin dun sa official email. So, magkoconnect yung source dun sa email, di ba? So, makita na PNP Baguio, tapos nun, CIDG something Manila. Major crimes, anti-organized, mga ganyan. Yeah. At least, di ba? Nagawa na remedy yung paraan. Pero you know what? Logistical nightmare. Hindi dapat mangyayari yung magkakaproblema ka pa kung isa-serve yung warrant. Kung una sa lahat, na-upload na yung warrant, wala na yung mga naglalaro sa baba. Na nag-fixing. Alis na kayo sa equation. Okay? See? Look at the case numbers. This was yung picture, if I'm not mistaken, it was taken from the Rafi Tulfo in action page. Yeah. So this is yung kay Hector. Yeah. Yung case numbers na ito, these are Baguio cases already. These are Baguio cases. So if this happened in the afternoon, na-serve na yung Baguio warrants. But of course, it took time to fact check. Buti na lang, syempre may mga tropa rin sila dito na fact check nila. But still, again, to repeat it, hindi uploaded yung warrant. See? Actually, dun sa that's only part of my rant in relation to the casino junket cases. Kasi mas malaki yung susunod eh. Mas malaki yung susunod. Yung pagmamanipula ng mga ng cases talaga na ito. Yeah. Yung pagmamanipula. You know kung ano yun? Napaka-obvious. Mayroon mag-asawang respondents dito na pinoprotektahan ninyo. I don't have to elaborate. Ninyo. But I know, yeah. Imagine that. Di ba? Dun sa theory ninyo dun sa casino junket, di ba? May 4 pillars. Si 4 pillars, yung mga apelyado nila ending in H, C, tapos the last one is F. Si F, hindi nyo sinasama si F. Si F. Kasi, syempre, inaanak ni, ayoko na sabihin kung sino. You know who you are, diba? Inaanak mo yan eh. So, pinoprotektahan mo eh. Imagine that sa isang complaint, sa isang, kompleto kong resolution ng casino junket sa Baguio. Sa isang resolution dito, na-dismiss yung isang complainant. Kasi nga daw, this complainant failed to prove yung source ng 5.7 million pesos na alleged defrauded amount. Pero alam mo yung case nung F, si F yung complainant, and then si F, tawag dito, nag-complain, tapos tinaas nila yung kaso, itong grupong to. Yeah. Tinaas nila yung kaso. Grabe. And then alam mo yung total complaint ni F, tapos yung sister niya, tsaka yung nanay niya, 18M. Di nga nila the fiscals, yeah. Hindi nga nila question kung saan yung source ng anda, yung pera. Hindi sinabi na yung ITR, hindi sinabi na yung mga bank records, okay? Kung may starting balance yung mag-iinang yan, noong 2020 na 18 million pesos. Wow. Yung complainant na isa, dinismiss nyo kasi hindi daw na-prove yung 5.7. Tapos yung tatlo na complainants na alam naman natin na bogus yung mga claims, yeah. Na kasinungalingan lahat yun na sa affidavit complaint is pinasok nyo yung kaso na hindi nyo man inask. May starting balance ba mga to ng 2020 na 18M total, diba? Pinasabpinan nyo ba yung mga assessor's office documents, mga properties, etc. Income tax returns, bank records from beginning until end, signature card, account opening form, registry of deeds property, list of holdings sa assessor's office, or sa DTI, or mga ledgers nila, business reports nila, SEC documents nila. It's none. Kasi nga, pinoprotektahan nyo sila. Ay, you know what? At the end of the day, hindi na ako magsasalita. Okay. Last banat na lang on that ng pag-protect ninyo. Nakita nyo naman, ni-raid sila. Ni-raid sila ng national government. Kaya nga ako ngayon, I'm so relaxed about that. Kasi, there are adults in the room. And these adults in the room found out your scam. Your sinister schemes. Your kalokohans. Nakakahiya kayo. Nakakahiya kayo. Diba? So, nalaman ng national government, just imagine that, nandun sa mga website ng national government, criticize yung mga resolutions ninyo. Oh my God! How shameful. How shameful talaga. Kasi, ganyan kayo, it's all about the money. But you know what? There are adults in the room. I believe that. Kaya, ako lang is laban lang, file lang ng file, motion lang ng motion, manifestation here, manifestation there. Because there are adults in the room. These people, kasi wag nyo kasing i-feel na, porket andito kayo, kayo namumuno sa Baguio, kayo na ang leaders, kayo na ang gods dito. Hello, ito mas may makapangyarihan pa sa'yo, sa inyo. May mas mataas pa sa inyo. Okay? These people can review your work. Huwag niyong sabihin, everything ends in the city. No. There are people higher than you. Just always place that in mind. Huwag kayong feeling gods dito sa syudad na ito. Okay? Kasi maboboking rin kayo. Alam mo, nakakapagod na eh. Yung pinaggagawa nyo sa akin, yeah. Ay. Pero it's okay. With these cases, di ba? Ganda, no? Timing lahat, di ba? Now, tignan lang natin baka si Mark Anthony kakanta yan kung sinong kumuha ng Andalus, ng money, ng muna, ng kwarta. There are adults in the room. I will seek to fight this one till the end. Hindi ako titigil. The insults had been done. Hindi porket igurot ako. Hindi porket bakla ako. Pwede nyo na akong tapak-tapakan. Okay? I will fight. Lahat. In all the cases na hinahawakan ko dito sa Baguio. I will not exile myself. I will not move my office out of Baguio. I will not move my office. Yeah. I will fight. At with these cases na nag-iinit-init na lahat, yung mga Casa Infinite tsaka yung mga Casino Junket, let's see. Because I will not stop. I will not stop. Yun lang po, okay? Have a great day ahead.